So I want to talk about my reading plans for April, and that really consists of I'm participating in the O.W.L.S, the Owls Year 3 Magical Readathon. So this is also going to suffice as a loose TBR for that. I don't know how much I'm actually going to be able to read or elect to read, really, because with everything going on, I work in a hospital. And so we still physically have to go to work. We can't do our work from home. And what my department's done is they've tried to limit the amount of people there per day. And so in order to do that, but have everybody still clock in for a full 40-hour week, we've gone from our 5 8.5-hour shifts, because we get a half-hour lunch, to 4 10.5-hour shifts. In reality, because this is the second week of it, for me, last week and the first half of this week was really more of like an 11.5 to 13.5-hour shifts. And then you've got to, factor in your commute back to your car, which is like basically 15 to 25 minutes, regardless of where you park, because of the parking situations. And then your commute back to where you live. And by the end of that, if you're trying to get in 8 hours of sleep and shower and get all the germs off you and wake up and get ready, that is basically an entire day. And we have 4 of those. And so last week I worked Monday through Thursday and had Friday off. And I know people are like, 3-day weekend. Except you can't really do anything anyways on the weekend. So having a 3-day weekend isn't as exciting. I can't go home and see my family because my family's in Dallas. And I live in Houston. So there's that. And I was so exhausted. I basically slept most of Friday. And then like this week I have today off, which is Wednesday, and I'm working Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Friday. I honestly like this better. It to me is leagues better. I mean, I'm going to try to now film on my off days. So hopefully you guys get more videos while you're, hopefully, I guess, reduce cabin fever. So let's kind of get into the books I'm going to read. Oh, a couple of the readathons I want to do. There's a 24 before Monday, which happens the same weekend that the Dewey's 24-hour readathon's going to happen. I love that readathon. I will definitely participate in that in some capacity. And it was just announced that they're going to have like a stay-at-home, stay-in reading rush edition in April. And so that's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of so not next weekend. So not this weekend, not next weekend, but the following weekend is going to be that one. And I will participate in that as much as I can. Likely it's only going to be the 2 weekend days unless I have one of those 2 days off. But yeah, so let's get into my Owls books because, yes. Okay, so with Owls, I chose the career potioneer, so that determined the classes I have to do. The first one of the ones I have to do is arithmancy, and this is to read something outside your favorite genre. I think I'm going to try another romance. There's been misses for me, but I want to enjoy romance. And one that I'm thinking of reading is the Happy Ever After playlist. I want more of like I don't want a romance that's like porn in disguise, basically. Like, I don't want no graphic sex scenes. I want it clean, fun, like rom-com. If you have suggestions, let me know, because I'm just taking a stab in the dark. Charms is a white cover. Haven't picked that out yet. We've got Kara Magical Creatures. This is a creature with a beak on the cover, which I got this book last month. I just haven't been able to read it yet, and it's a monster. It's Sarah J. Maas's Crescent City from her new adult fantasy series, House of Earth and Blood. And there's a bird. Counts. This is huge. Maybe wishful thinking, but maybe not wishful thinking. Yes, I'm excited. Herbology, a book that starts with M. Again, I haven't figured this one out yet. And then the last one I have to do is, do I really have to do 5 classes? Oh, okay, cool. Potions, a book of less than 150 pages. And I think I'm going to, part of me wants to do Animal Farm, but I haven't decided. And then another part of me maybe wants to do like a quick middle grade. So I'm up to suggestions. And there's another class that I'll probably do, which is History of Magic, which is to read a book featuring a witch or wizard. And I want to reread The Sorcerer's Stone. So the 2 books I have definitely planned are these 2. And then I'm going to try to fit in some of the books from the Booktube Prize into other prompts and then just kind of go from there. In terms of what I'm going to read for the Reading Rush, I haven't seen the challenges, so if they have challenges, I will definitely try to pick books for those that will also meet the O.W.L.S prompts. And the Dewey's 24-hour readathon is a readathon in which you can read anything. You can read a bunch of little books, you can read one giant book, you can dip in between books, so it's really low-key, and I love it. So let me know if you guys are doing O.W.L.S. I'm not going hardcore this year because I just don't think I'm going to have the time or the energy. But I do want to participate. I'm thinking of doing weekly reading vlogs. Or like daily reading updates and then just compiling those into a video for the end of the week. And not so much maybe like a vlog because I don't know how interesting it's going to be. It is 10:30. I have arrived at the work parking lot. It is now 12:30. I just now made it back. Midnight. Just made it back to my apartment. I don't know how interesting that's going to be. Because even if like I get off on time, I won't make it back home till like 10:30. And yeah, it's really long days. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done. But I do want to participate. And I think readathons are great right now because it does allow us to do a activity that is usually solitary and make that a much more social thing. And with not getting to communicate with I guess not communicate, but like hang out in person with a lot of people, this is like a good substitute and a safe one. Yeah, I mean, I definitely wish that I could go home and see my family, but I won't be able to until this whole thing's over because I won't really be allowed to return to work because of the nature of my family members' jobs. Some of the screening questionnaires they ask the employees, I won't be able to answer in a way that will allow me to return to work. And so I basically can't see my family, which is frustrating. Because in a time like this, I think you want to see the people you're closest to. But I am talking to my mom daily. And her and my dad are happily married for like, is it 30 years yet? Oh, it's gotta be because I turn 30 next year. So maybe they're coming up on they've got to be approaching their 35th wedding anniversary. And then my sister, who also lives in the Dallas area, I get texts from her on a somewhat frequent basis. So still communicating, just not getting to see them. And I, a little bummed. But everybody still has a job and everybody is still healthy. And so in terms of that, we're fairly lucky. And I get social interaction in the case of going to work. Because, I get to interact with people every day because I'm not told to stay at home. And yeah, a word of advice for those of you who are struggling with cabin fever because you're inside all day. Go outside if you have the opportunity. I know that certain cities, maybe like New York, you can't go take a walk in the park. And I know balcony space is premium there. But if you're in like where I'm at in Houston or in an area where you can still go outside and get exercise, or, balconies and backyards and patios just kind of come with almost every property. Spending some time out there. And when I say go to parks, I mean, or taking a walk. I mean, do it safely. Like, don't go with a group of people, and if you're walking, try to stay, 6-7 feet away from somebody else. But if you can get some vitamin D in, highly recommend it. I'm somebody who very much struggles with the winter blues, and so now that the sun's up longer, I'm trying to, on my days off at least, get some sort of a walk in, because I know how important that is for my happiness and my sanity, and also it helps keep up cardiovascular health, and you need every part of you to be functioning as well as possible right now. So if you have the ability to get outside and to get some fresh air and even better if you have the ability to walk, even if it's just like walking your block, if you live in a subdivision or if you live in a city area where it's easy to walk. I basically have to go to a park because where I live is, I wouldn't say it's like the unsafest part of town, but I also, I don't need to risk infection, and I also don't need to risk my own safety, so it's better for me to go to an area that is open and there's a lot of people around who that kind of thing deters certain activities from going on, and with everybody being stressed right now, I think that's best. So I will see y'all later. Bye, y'all.